I have been in Edgewater for more than 55 years. We became involved with our children through our church and our school, and we found that there was strong community here already, but we wanted to bolster it and make it a little bit more responsive to the people who were living in the community. So we, inaugurated new programs at the school and at the church, got everyone involved. But then about that time, something started happening in the neighborhood that was very troublesome. We'd seen a lot of the storefronts become empty because people were moving away. There was more crime in the neighborhood. But something new, which was really so puzzling, was the presence of people on the streets whose behavior was actually quite bizarre. We found that in the early 60s and later even into the 70s, there was a movement to deinstitutionalize many of the psychiatric hospitals. The problem was that they didn't really plan ahead for the kinds of facilities, and much of the funding that was supposed to follow the patients to the community never arrived. And we found people walking the streets who really were quite lost. So for us, it was important to get involved. First of all, we stopped the proliferation of these halfway houses that were happening in the neighborhood, because we showed that we were over-bedded, as they say, in the community. And secondly, we went into each of these facilities that were licensed in our community and tried to find out if the quality of care was what we thought was the standard of the community. And this was a volunteer group that we organized. We realized that our elected officials had been asleep at the switch when all of this was going on. And by this time, we had so empowered the people in our community to become part of the political process that we went to bat for the office to fill the vacancy. And we had volunteers from Lakewood, Balmoral, all throughout Edgewater. I was the candidate, but everybody was running for office. And it was truly a community effort. And when we won, it was a victory for the entire community to show solidarity, to let these people who'd been using our communities to enrich themselves, that we were now here taking over, and that we were the new proprietors of the community. We also opened up our office in a different way. We would have meetings during the day and at night, responsive to the people who live and work in our community, always with an ear to listen to their interests rather than downtown. Making them part of the political process, making them stakeholders in what happened in their neighborhood. They could impact the outcome, and they did. And so a community, we have found, is dynamic. It's dynamic, and when people are working to make things better for their neighborhood, for their family, and for the people who live and work in the community, they can make things better for all. And if there is anything that I say I have to leave, it is the empowerment of the people, that we felt that we could help people raise their voices, be heard, make a difference, become the leaders of the community, become stakeholders, and change the outcome.